Abraham Lincoln's 7 ultimate advice for every young person. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any one thing. Abraham Lincoln. Even if you are not an American, you have probably still heard of Abraham Lincoln. He was the United States President who introduced and worked on measures to free the slaves and led the country through the Civil War. He was a soldier, postmaster, lawyer, legislator, and president of the United States of America. He is constantly rated as one of the top 3 US presidents of all time. He is the subject of thousands of books, yet he was mostly self-taught. Lincoln defined Dutch determination. His life was a revelation of the individual's immense potential for reinvention. Here are 7 prime pieces of advice that his life experience offers. Never succumb to limitations. Abraham Lincoln had the humblest of beginnings. Born in a log cabin and deprived of a lot of things, he found solace in the Bible and the works of Shakespeare. His choice of reading material was not by design. It was born of deprivation, as they were the only books available to him. Here is the lesson. He worked with what he had, not letting the circumstances of his birth limit him. He mastered those 2 books, meaning cadency, grammar, and rhythm, absorbing every drop of knowledge contained in those books. His mastery of these books is the secret behind his unique style of writing and speaking. Whenever you feel the odds are against you, dig deep and find inner determination and strength from the very limitations in your part. Teach yourself. Although he spent most of his childhood doing farm work to help out his father, Lincoln rose to the highest height attainable by being self-taught. If books had minds of their own, they would run away from him because he read, reread, and reread every single book he could lay his hands on. The man trained himself to be a lawyer, passing his bar exam and practicing law without going to law school. In all of the positions he found himself in, Lincoln was constantly teaching himself things he didn't know. He is known to keep learning, deepening, refining, and improving. He is known to have built his own homeschool by using books given to him by his stepmother, neighbors, and teachers, and taught himself in his spare time. If you're watching this video, this is the best time to be alive. The internet makes it possible to do millions of things that were impossible in Lincoln's time. If he taught himself law with parchments and lamp, imagine what you could do with a computer and internet connection. Keep learning. Keep learning. It is as important to your success as air is to your body. No matter how much you think you know, there is always room to learn more. Lincoln wasn't born a great president. He made himself one by willing to learn and improve on everything. His charisma, oratorical skills, leadership qualities, and military experience. He was always reading, learning, and improving. As president, he was known to be a regular visitor at the Library of Congress. Adapt to change. Lincoln moved with the times and adapted according. An example was his use of the telegraph, which was cutting-edge technology at the time. It is said that it helped him communicate better with his generals and enabled him to make quick decisions. You should be quick to adapt to today's ever-evolving world. That new technology or skill set may well make the difference. You can get it if you really want it. Abraham Lincoln was a serial failure, if you will. However, his greatest concern was not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure. In the course of 26 years, 1832 to 1858, he lost his job, failed in business, lost a heartthrob, suffered a nervous breakdown, lost nomination for Congress twice, and was defeated for Senate twice. He lost 8 elections and could have quit. Instead, He chose to reinterpret his failures and build on them. By 1860, he was elected president. Your need to succeed should always be greater than your failures. Always remember that success is going from failure to failure without losing your enthusiasm. Like Jimmy Cliff sang, you can get it if you really want it. You have got to try and try and try. You will succeed at last. Stick to your guns. Just the other day, I stumbled upon a LinkedIn post that read, "If you want everyone to like you, don't be a president, be an ice cream vendor." Well, even an ice cream vendor would not be liked by everyone. Have you ever wondered why most really great achievers were and are considered weird and eccentric? Lincoln was one of them. He understood that trying to please everyone was futile. So he stood up to his criticism and always stuck to his views. He was willing to stand alone while fighting for the Emancipation Proclamation that changed the legal status of slaves in America and consequently the world. Although he paid the ultimate price, we are not suggesting you become a martyr. Always stand by your conviction. You will never go far in life if you don't stand for something. No permanent enemies. One of Abraham Lincoln's greatest quotes was, "Do I not destroy my enemies when I make them my friends?" Lincoln was known to have worked with people who were his enemies. As long as they could help him achieve his goals or were the best fit for the position, he never boggled anyone. He was also credited to saying, "I don't like that man. I must get to know him better." Nelson Mandela elaborates on this when he said, "As I walked out the door towards the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I would still be in prison." Never have permanent enemies, only permanent interest. Your perceived enemies today may be in the best position to further your interest tomorrow. Never make excuses of your limitations. Start with what you have, even if all you have is your sanity. Like Lincoln rightfully said, things may come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle. What's one lesson you are taking away from this video? Tell us in the comment section below. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share with someone. If you are yet to subscribe to our channel, this is likely a good time to subscribe. Until next time, your success matters.